Welcome to Backstabbers, the only podcast where we're not just sticking needles in your back, we're talking behind it too. We're so bad. Okay, so back with Backstabbers. We've been talking for now like 10 minutes, and finally we were like, oh, we should be recording this. Winning! All right, back with another episode. We've got, let's see here. Let's go oldest to youngest. The old heifer Lacey.
Yeah.
Then we got
right
Sarah. She's just a little bit younger, despite what she says. Then
No,
rounding
me
up.
and hold on, we got to pause that because we're talking about it and how much younger we are than you. He's actually like,
Is
I
he
think he
your
said he was
age?
3 months older than me.
Oh.
And I was like, you know who's older than us forever?
So I'm all
Lacey.
six months older than him. Good to know.
It felt
I
good
feel
though.
so
We
much
thought
older.
it was fun.
And then
He was
rounding
like,
it up
yes,
with the big gap to the baby, despite, oh, I'm hanging myself, despite what Sarah likes to put out there.
I was going to
is
say, despite my
Alex.
wrinkles.
Oh, stop
But
it.
Okay, let's not talk about that.
Actually, speaking of wrinkle, I went and saw my facial lady, and I had worn my sweatshirt, and she's so precious. She's the one I rave about all the time. All the time. For everybody listening, she is magical. If you want her contact information, just hit me up. I will give it freely.
Yeah.
But anyway, she saw our sweatshirt and she's like, oh, that's so cute. What's that for? And anyways, I explained, and she's like, so the next time I saw her, she's like, I listened and you're the youngest. That's what I gathered from that.
That's
We
what she
talk
got
about
from
that
it.
a lot.
Yeah, I think we do. And how Lacey's oldest.
I was like, it's because of your work here. This is all because of you.
You look like a baby.
Girlfriend's got to work if I come to her. Work
Sure.
cut out. It is all sorts of things. I'm calling it perimenopause. But
Oh, I might be
who knows what it
full-blown.
really is.
I know. I need
When you've
labs
got
done
wrinkles
so bad.
and acne and it's dry and it's oily,
Mhm.
like it's swollen,
Yeah.
but it's caved in. I don't even know anymore. It's all happening at the same time to my face.
I was like, I don't even know what we're talking about anymore, but you know what?
I
We're
I
just
don't
gonna
either.
go
I
with
was
it.
like, what?
My
Okay.
body, head to toe. Head to toe.
That's what we're afraid of, is somewhere in between that head and toe.
Let's look at those nails.
Ooh,
Upstairs.
nail check.
Nail check.
Nail check. Nail check.
Oh, yours are cute, Lace.
Oh, you've got like an almond shape going. Sarah, do you have nails
I
on?
do.
Are those stick-on ones?
No, those are real. I talked her into it. We went together. It was
Okay. No.
I'm
So
so
it was
happy.
traumatizing. She traumatized me.
traumatizing.
Do you know how much I paid to have my fingernails and my toenails painted?
We didn't look. I didn't look.
I did.
That's my
you know
my
I
method.
looked. It was $135. Do you know when I checked out, I was like, because you went, ooh, how much is mine going to be?
I did say that because I got more work done than she did, and I still don't know to this day. I swiped my card and walked
Yep,
away. I have no
same.
idea.
I go, I don't know
Plausible
how much to give, but I don't think I
deniability.
can give 20%. 20% is too expensive.
That's what I'm. Yeah.
Mm-mm. I'm
But,
that way with
I mean,
other services too. Like I'll tip my hair girl really good, but depending on when she's done, that may not be 20%.
I mean, it's a
know.
lot.
Because like if it's extensions and stuff. Speaking of, mine are out. This is all my real hair.
I was
it
I
looks
was
great.
gonna.
I have
It looks pretty
no
though.
lashes, so the reason I look
We're going
10 years older is because
No.
Anyway.
You look beautiful.
Oh, shut it.
Devin touched my hair tonight and goes, I have never seen your hair this dark ever in our whole relationship. And I said, well, I'm be real honest with you. Like 20% of that is grease.
It'll look lighter tomorrow.
Yeah, I was like, wait till I wash it. It's at least like 2 shades lighter. I was like, do you like it? And he was like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I like both of them. And I was like, because I made a hair appointment finally. I haven't had my hair done since October.
I don't know how you do that.
That's impressive.
Yeah. My hair.
I get to
That's why
enjoy
she
it.
won't go blonde on me, because she's like, you won't come back for 6 months. And I'm like, yeah, well. And she was like, you won't.
No.
I know better. It's good when she knows it.
Yep.
Can't help it. It's laziness.
How often do you go, Alex, to get your hair done?
If I'm blonde, I go every 6 weeks. When I'm dark, I don't know. I have my sister buy the professional color, and then I just do most of it at home. Then I go to my barber for my haircuts. So there's that. And my chin hair removal.
All the things. That's funny.
There are some new injections that I saw somebody doing. I will not name names, but
like
they're supposed to help with wrinkles. No, it's like medicine injections.
Oh, ooh.
It is like for anti-aging and metabolism and stuff. I can't remember what it is. It's 2 different things.
I'm a trier. I'll try.
You want to know how much it is a month for a 30-day supply?
Sure don't.
$1,000. 30-day supply.
Does it reverse my age or what?
Yeah, I don't think you become Benjamin Button or anything, but
I'm gonna need to do something other than that.
I'll only pay that much for weight loss meds, okay?
Yeah. Done.
Sign me up. I do that.
Yeah, can we throw that in there too?
I need a weight loss medication called like a padlock on my face. I've just been eating like I'm a teenager lately.
I get that way. I go through phases where I'm like, I want the whole bag of chips, and I need someone to just.
It's like I'm just nibbling all the time, and then I kind of like add up what you ate, and I'm like, number 1, nothing nutritious. Number 2, it was probably a lot of calories because I took a lot of bites of different things.
It's like the donuts you brought today. So
that was for Shell Bell's birthday.
I realized I cut off so many pieces that I actually ate the entire donut.
I do that too. I'm like, I'm going to eat a whole donut.
I do too.
Maybe more, but I'm going to do it one
it doesn't count.
Sliver at a time.
It's less calories that way. And if you're not sitting down, it doesn't count.
Yeah, well, it looks better. It looks like you're only getting one little piece.
Well, so I brought donuts for her and then Mason brought some in, and then Walker brought some donuts. There were donuts everywhere today.
Donut party. Huh?
And then we did our glow light party.
Oh yeah, our glow light. We sent you those pictures. We can add those.
We'll throw that in.
And then I ordered that cracked tea, and I got thrown right under the bus.
Oh, I threw you all up under the bus. Everybody wanted to blame me. I was like, "Don't look at me. I didn't." I need to pay you for that.
I only texted the CRNA group. I didn't.
That's fair. You can't do everybody all the time.
No.
Well, the nurses came and started berating me. I was like, Alex.
Listen, sometimes it's just too much. It'll take me 2 hours to go round up.
I'm on call. And I was like, Alex.
I get over there and they're like, we hate you. And I was like, what did I do?
Yeah.
I was like, if it makes you feel better, I would have thrown you under the bus if you were sitting next to me as well.
And I believed her. I was like, I wasn't just about actually
behind your back.
Oh, but yes, we had very different days today. You guys were at work and drinking the cracked tea and having neon donut parties, and I was yelling at cows and trying to get them.
I will say, I did call her, and I was like, "Would you say something about putting
the cow out pasture?"
Yeah,
and we were like,
"For real?"
Like the dead kind of pasture, or like going to graze? You're gonna have to be real specific.
Yeah, we were letting them out into the big pasture.
The good
little babies.
Not the heavenly
rode
pasture.
to check on them. No, not the heavenly one. I only rode to check on them at least 3 or 4 times.
I think you were yelling at what I thought. I was like, is that a human or an animal or something that was chasing said cows? Yeah.
Dog was chasing said cows. Yeah, I was walking around with a stick. I sent him a picture of myself and my Daisy Dukes and my rubber boots.
It's a cute picture,
and my stick.
It's really adorable. We need to put that up there too.
Well, it was as good as I could get with a phone on a fence and taking it from my watch. Somehow I turned, even though it does a countdown and you can see it. Well, it was my phone, but you can take a picture from your watch and it'll like show you the 3, 2, 1 countdown. You know what I'm talking about? Alex, you know what I'm talking about, right?
I know what you're talking about for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sarah, I think we've even done this when we've been together before, but that's okay.
Probably.
You can open the camera app on your phone, and then you can go to your iWatch, just be a little tech tip, and open the camera app on there, and it'll say something about like taking a remote picture. Yep, camera remote. And so you can even kind of see yourself on the watch. Just FYI.
Like, are you taking the picture from the watch?
No, it's from your phone.
It's from
so
your
you've
phone.
positioned the phone, but then you just press on the watch. So you don't have to like push the button and go run and jump into it.
Go run. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm throwing bubbles. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah.
I wish I could do it. I don't know why it's always you.
I think it's because I sign in as the, host. That's the word I'm looking for.
I tried.
I don't know. Anyway, so when you do it, it'll count down. I don't remember if it's like 1, 2, 3 or 3, 2, 1. Doesn't matter.
It's 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I could see it doing it, and somehow I still moved, and I was like, it's fine. But I get the point.
That's cool. New trick. I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
Look at you. Yeah.
Basically
You'll
a tech
ready
wizard.
to go. So Alex had a win today. She got called up to do an epidural. A partner who's always good at epidurals was on the struggle bus, which happens. That's, the beauty of anesthesia is you'll be rocking them for a long time and then get humbled, especially with epidurals, I feel like.
Especially with epidurals.
So, don't ever get too cocky with those because as soon as you do, it'll humble you right back down.
You'll tap somebody or
we had another difficult one Monday too that couldn't get it, and then somebody else had to go up there, and it's just, man, it just happens sometimes. And then some minute position change that they do when they come in and position them, and it'll just slide right in.
Yeah.
But
and I'm never hot, but sometimes in those delivery rooms they have it warm for baby.
It's been hot lately.
And I get hot and I get real cranky when I'm hot. And if mom's being difficult, it can go south real fast.
Real fast.
Real fast. But Alex had a win today. She got to go and save the day, slip it in like the pro.
Yeah, it was real lucky is really what it was. But,
I was in a case with a student, and I was like, all of a sudden go, Alex got it first try. I was like, girls rule and boys drool.
He routed himself out. I would have never said anything. Like,
he did rat himself out.
I mean, probably.
Oh, that's
Sarah,
true.
Maybe, but I wouldn't have announced it to the whole group by any means. But he totally. But that was the thing. I literally, I was shaking like a leaf because, mind you, he was my preceptor during my training. Yeah. So like, it just brought me back to my student days because he told the patient, he was like, I'll stay in here with you. And because her support person had to leave and whatever. So he's like, I'll stay in here with you and I'll help keep you calm and get you in that position. And then I'm like, well, we're going to go crisscross applesauce. And I feel like this is going to feel impossible for you, but that's what we're going to do. We're going to get there. And we did. And that's what it took. That's my last go-to.
I agree.
Last little trick.
Crisscross applesauce.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That happened to me with one of our other CRNAs, and it was on one of our nurses. The epidural was going to be, and I walked up there and I was like, I just said a real prayer. I was like, dear Jesus, please guide this needle. And it went in the first try, and I was like, that was Jesus. I said, that was Jesus.
I seriously, that was my thing today. I was legit, no doubt, like 100, not even lying, not exaggerating. I was praying and it crossed my mind. Like, do I just pray out loud and just let them all know, like, Lord, like, you're in this and you take control? Like, and I was like, I don't know. Maybe I
Some
won't.
might take it the wrong way. Yeah.
Right.
Well, like you worry that they're like, wait, is she praying because she doesn't know what she's doing? Like
Exactly.
She's just using the spirit. She needs the spirit. I pray every time I'm walking up those OB steps to do one.
Same.
I'm like, okay,
please
dear
just
Jesus.
let it be easy.
Let it be easy.
I don't want to hurt them. I don't want to wet tap them.
I just want to bring them comfort.
Yeah.
Because even the crazy ones, like, man, it hurts, and you just want to help them.
Yeah.
And so it's frustrating when you can't.
I had to mama. I was like, you do not move. You be a statue. I know you can do this. Just be a statue. And then right when I lost resistance and I was like threading, she was starting to have a contraction.
I was like, don't you move.
I did. I was like, do not be a statue. Cuss if you have to. I don't care.
Oh, that's funny.
So it was a good moment. I'm glad I brought her relief. And then, like I said, he outed himself, so that was on him. But
that is on him.
But also, I got to see everywhere he tried, so I was like,
which helps.
Well, it does, and that's like, I mean, anyway.
Yeah.
So no, it was nothing I did. It was just luck of the draw. But
Oh, you can own it. One of my favorite preceptors was always like, rather be lucky than good. I've
No,
just
absolutely.
always kind of stuck with that. Y'all probably know exactly who I'm talking about.
He quoted our former group owner. Sorry, I can't talk tonight. And he goes, "Well, at least you didn't say, doesn't that just chap your butt?" I was like, "You're right."
And then he'd be like,
he would, yeah. Yeah. That man was like a
with
magician.
His arm hair.
Yeah.
He was magical.
His epidurals were next level.
He didn't even stop.
Boop,
he just
boop, 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 boop. Yep.
Okay.
The anxiety level.
Yeah.
That's what some of our students do, but it's definitely not on purpose.
Not on purpose.
No.
Yeah. I'm like, oh my God, slow that
Yeah.
down. Especially when they get to that one last little
because you can kind of tell. You can
hear it.
Yeah.
And you can see it.
I'm always like, oh, you hear the crackle?
Oh.
That means you're really, really close.
Don't breathe. Everybody hold their breath. Stand your right leg. Don't move.
And I feel like that's the hardest thing we precept and teach, because you can't be right there with them feeling it. And you're trying not to make mom nervous because she's not sedated. There's usually a support person of some sort looming, sitting, if it's my room. But
absolutely. Same.
So it's, you can't give a whole lot of teaching without it sounding like the student doesn't know what they're doing. So I just always act like I'm educating the patient, but I'm really like, please, Jesus, let these students be picking up on what I'm telling them. I've already told you I will act like I'm teaching the patient, but I'm really teaching you.
Yes.
We're going to go really slow.
Like really, really slow.
Like really slow.
Well, luckily for our students, we have a good group right now, and we're all very expressive with our faces. So we're like, really slow. We're gonna go slow.
Yep.
And one of them moved really fast in one time, and I was like, and we're gonna stop.
And then they get it, and you're like, don't ever do it like that again.
Like, oh my God, I can't breathe.
Yeah. We had one, and y'all are going to know who I'm talking about. I literally had to tell her, I was like, listen, I get it, and it's working for you right now, but it will bite you in the rear at some point. You are way too inexperienced to be moving that quickly. I know that's how you were taught. I'm going to need you to slow that bus down when we're together.
And she wouldn't.
She wouldn't.
Would not.
I got to where I wouldn't take her for epidurals because it made me.
I don't know if I know what you're talking about. But who is teaching him this? Go in and like tap
Oh
it?
yes, one of our students does that, and yes, I've noticed that. I don't know. It's not ours.
That's a fun little trick. Tap the Dewey?
Yeah, tap the Dewey. She taps the Dewey. And it's like, literally, it's like, I'll do it this way so you can see. But she'll literally like get it in there and she'll flick it. And I'm like, what are you doing? No.
So when is she doing that? Like when she's just inserted the Dewey and she's trying to see if it's in the ligament?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I feel like she does it past the ligament. She'll like get in the ligament and then taps it before she.
Yeah, she's trying to see if it's stable and not enough tissue.
It's I've never seen such a thing, and I feel like it's so deceiving, especially if they're a fluffier patient.
Absolutely.
Fat or adipose tissue.
Yeah.
Like that would be so grossly misleading. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I don't understand that. You think someone in our group is teaching that?
No.
I don't know. That's my question.
Okay.
She learned it somewhere else.
Okay.
Last site.
That's a weird habit. I mean, there's lots of ways to do anesthesia.
Well, but
that's a new one.
And if you think about it, then I mean, if you learn how to do it that way, then number one, you probably think everybody does it that way. And
and things become habits. That's the bad thing about, especially if you only get taught by a handful of people, you don't do a bunch of rotations, or people aren't willing to actually teach you. They just, kind of let you do your thing or micromanage, and you're not really learning. But it doesn't take long for bad habits to become routine.
Yeah, and especially
weird
habits. No idea it's a bad habit.
Well, and things, you just don't even think about. That's what you've seen someone do, so that's what you're doing. There's no rhyme or reason.
Totally agree. You know what? I was telling one of the students today, we were talking about epidurals, and I love that Sleepless in Seattle Facebook page.
It is a good
which,
one.
Lacey, you showed it to me.
Yeah. You
It's
should be
all
on it,
about,
Alex. It's good. It's tips and
great
tricks.
because it's all about L&D, epidural, spinals. And like, if you are ever feeling really bad about yourself, just go read some of the posts, because people are like, I'm going through a run of bad ones.
Yep.
Help me figure out what I'm doing. And there are all these great tips and tricks. And it just makes you feel like, okay, sometimes I'm not the only one that's going through a bad run.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
I went through a run where I felt like every single one of them was either one-sided or hot spot,
Yes.
or like the one-sided, okay, I can conceptually understand. Maybe I'm threading my catheter too far, maybe whatever. But the hot spots, I had a run of hot spots too, and I'm like, what is causing? I don't know. Anyway,
it's usually the baby's fault. That's what I blame it on every time. I'm like, your baby is your problem.
Moms are crazy. Babies.
It's starting now.
Yeah. I do think we see temperature changes affect our local effectiveness. That's effective a lot of times. But in the real heat of the summer or the real cold, if it's sat on a truck for a minute, spinals and epidurals, kits especially, more of those
they were just talking about that
than the bag. I don't notice it as much with the mixed bag that we run in our epidural, but
they were talking about that on that Facebook page not too long ago, that they had a whole batch of spinals that were not taking, and people thought they were just not. They were like, you get CSF, you do it, and they're not getting numb, and it was a whole batch of them. And somebody was like, I bet you were on a truck, and it was the temperature.
We had a really bad lot. Oh, this has been several years ago, probably 6-7 years ago. I lose track of time. But the whole lot we ended up getting rid of because we had like a handful of them. The first time one didn't work. We always keep the top page that tells you the lot number. Because I think we had to redose it. One of them we ended up sleeping. We had a couple of them that just the spinals were not working, and it was a spinal. There's CSF.
Right.
You got confirmation. Yeah.
I mean, there are chances that you could micro move and get out just a little bit, but it was trained providers that's not typically an issue with. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, we ended up pulling the whole lot and asking for a refund from the manufacturer. And I think they later released, kind of like when we had the alligator clamp issue, then they later released that there was some sort of temperature sensitive issue.
That happened. Do you remember when that happened with a batch of Rocky uranium?
Yeah,
I was gonna say, I've seen it.
And people were like coming back from paralysis after like 10 minutes of after 50 of rock, and we were like,
I've had that happen semi-recently. I went through 150 milligrams.
I think it has to do with that stuff.
And I was like, but some facilities keep their rock in a refrigerator instead of just in the drawer too. So
we use a lot that it doesn't. I think we probably get away with it, but lots of places do keep it in the fridge.
We lose a lot,
which was fun. My first day at the other hospital, I couldn't find it. I was trying to find. It's like I don't know where it is, and I need it, so I had to call the friend.
And we're halfway asleep. Just kidding.
No, it was one of those like I think I was just going to do an LMA, and then it wasn't really. It needed that 10, the magical 10 of rock to help it work. And,
just to.
I'd tried everything else, and I was ready to just stick a tube in the person if that didn't work, and could not find the rock. And I knew it was there. Dosage. He had told me. But it was day one, and you get to looking for it, and you're so used to where it is at your main site. And I was like, okay, I don't remember where it is. And their 2 ORs are set up differently.
Making them do what you want. Telling them reminding them who's boss.
That's right.
I can paralyze you, so you are going to cooperate. Oh, Alex, do you want to tell her what you did as a little creeper? You little photographer?
What'd you do, Alex?
Making patients feel uncomfortable one day at a time.
I was making him feel very comfortable, really. He was...
Well, I don't think there was any way he was going to be comfortable. He had horrible hemorrhoids and was going to be in the prone position with his butt up and his ass cheeks taped apart.
Don't tease me with the good time or something like that was his comment, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you're in the middle of like chatting with the patient while they're going to sleep, and you're just like being silly and engaging or saying things that you don't really think about that you're saying. And anyway, so he's going on, clearly uncomfortable with the fact that his butt's going to be up in the air and totally exposed and prone and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And he made some comment. What did he say exactly?
He said, y'all don't be taking pictures and posting them or anything.
And I go, just not even thinking. I'm like, I wish.
But real like, she was like, I wish. And we all looked. And she goes, I don't know why I just said that. And he goes, well, don't tease an old man.
Yeah. I could have just died.
I was like,
just died in that
it was
moment.
Because she was texting something to our boss. And so she had her phone out texting. And that's why I said that. And I was like, I'm so sorry. We will make her put her phone up, sir. Like, we've had this problem before.
We'll make sure she puts that away. She will not. We will make sure she doesn't take pictures. Like,
and she just kept like digging herself a hole. She's like, I would never take a picture. I was just joking. I was like,
just stop.
I was like, I've got to put you to sleep now, sir. I have to give you Versed and pray for retrograde amnesia.
Yes. So then this whole week, I am now known as the photographer. And
anything anybody said, I'd be like, oh, I wish.
Like, what?
And it was applicable to everything. So I said, I'm sorry, I'm gonna use this the rest of the week.
Oh, that's so funny.
You will get tired of it.
Anyways, so yeah, I've had a lot of moments lately. I'm like,
yeah, you sure have, haven't you?
And the real irony is that we just went on spring break vacation with extended family on my in-law side, and I legitimately lost my voice. Like, couldn't actually talk. Like, day one, I sounded like a dude, and I already have a kind of low set voice sometimes anyway, or for the most part. But like, when I lose I feel like I do. Maybe you guys don't think so.
You don't.
By your faces, I'm thinking you don't think so. And I feel subconscious about it occasionally. But that day one, I hadn't seen Johnny in like over a week because he had a business trip first, and then we meet in Florida and all this stuff. And I'm losing my voice, and he's like, "Oh, I came back to a dude." Oh, okay. Thank you.
You're like,
for that.
maybe, but I'm a hot dude.
And then the next day, my voice is like gone. I'm literally like having to whisper and like. Anyway, it was just a really funny moment because I said to my mother-in-law, like I said it to her face. I said, maybe it was God's way to make this vacation go really well.
Smoothly.
That you couldn't talk.
Yeah. They just laughed, and I was like, yeah. Oh.
That's funny. Does Sarah know? I can't remember if you texted it to our group or just to me. Did Sarah know that you surprised Johnny with matching swim outfits?
Oh.
No.
Devin was like, if you did that, I was like, yeah, I couldn't get him to put them on your body. I'd have to steal your other swimsuits.
Well, that's the beauty of it. I packed his whole suitcase.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was a fun surprise.
That's a side-by-side we need to show the listeners, is Alex and her packing for the family of 5 to fly to the beach versus Sarah and her family of 5 driving to one state south to visit family. Because if I was betting, this will be a fun game. Alex, let's bet how many bags they took.
Let me count.
So there's 5 of you. I'm going to guess 8 bags.
Well, I know your daughter only had 3 of her own, right? Is that what she arrived
to your house with? She did. She had 2 herself. I have one for my hair stuff and one for me and her clothes. And then, oh no, that's more.
But, I mean, did you have like a U-Haul behind the car?
No, we literally, so the bags are small.
On top of the car?
No, we don't have that. Oh, okay. So in the back of the Jeep, we just had that little spot that we had to stack it all. And then the snack bag was the biggest problem. It was probably as big as me in the middle of the seats. And yes, everybody likes to make fun. Before we left, he was like, do not buy any more snacks. And I was like, you will be happy when we're hiking and they're hungry. and we have snacks. And did everybody eat the snacks? Why, yes, they did.
Oh, okay.
But I will say, when we got home, I want y'all to guess at what time or when do you think we unpacked and had our laundry done from our trip? We got home on a Thursday at 5.
You got home at what time?
5.
At 5, I'm going to say by 6:30, everything was out of the car, bags were Lysoled and put up, and laundry was going. First load done.
By 7:30, I was folding the second load. I had already taken my car to the car wash, vacuumed it, dusted it, cleaned it. I do sterilize my luggage when I get back.
Okay. Well, that's where we differ. So I brought I had one checked bag and my diaper bag that had snacks in the diaper bag. And that was it.
Y'all did look a little too good for you to be single momming it on your way to Florida. Y'all, they were all matching and adorable. And Alex is all like makeup on, hair done.
But with the caveat of my suitcase is still in my room and there's still clothes that I'm pulling out of from the suitcase.
That's my girl. I'm going to unpack it one outfit at a time.
Yes. And I overpacked. I still have clean clothes in there.
Yeah.
Like my good bras are in there that I actually wore to, like I am wearing today.
Yeah.
This is from my suitcase that I
see, I don't have to wear those. So that's more space in my luggage.
Listen, Sarah, I'm going to tell you my grandmother's motto. My nanny's one of the smartest ladies ever. She's been all over the world.
I haven't even met her, and I agree.
She's been all over the world. You name a country, she's probably been there. Her motto in life for most things is take half of the things you think you need and take double the money.
Yes, that's genius. Absolutely.
That's true.
I agree.
I do have that mindset of I'll buy it if I don't have it. And all we had to buy.
The kids are going to want souvenirs anywhere.
Also true.
That's what my husband always says.
In the bag on the way home.
Sarah, you act like we're going to the middle of the desert where there are no stores. There's going to be a Walgreens around every corner. You're fine.
Well, and you didn't even go, because I will say for your snacks, I get it if you're going to like a very touristy location that's going to be ridiculous. Like if you're going to Disney, it makes sense to save yourself some money. Right. You aren't going to Disney. They have the same prices where you went, where you got them from.
Yeah. So anyways, it was a week, man. We had more add-ons today than scheduled cases. There were so many.
I think we had 40 cases today between outpatient and inpatient, which is a lot for us in a day.
That's a lot.
The add-ons just kept on adding on.
That's a lot.
It was a lot.
Yeah. But it's okay. We rocked it out.
I can't believe tomorrow's Friday. I literally was like,
oh, crazy.
I just felt like today was Monday.
I was so excited. Every day felt like Monday this week. There was some kind of Monday every this week. But we got through it. We finished it out with diabetes today. Going strong.
With the donuts.
I know. My husband picked up that cracked tea when I got home. He's like, is this why your blood pressure is so high? How much of this have you had today? I was like, Alex, I threw you under the bus again. I was like, Alex ordered it. I don't.
God bless.
I just keep
even if we are similar, he's gonna like you better, Lacey. So
not mad at that.
Guys, the right side of my brain is shut off. It probably is shut off 90% of the time, but it's like actually
it is for sure done.
It is for sure done.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll report back though. I am getting a CAT scan on my brain tomorrow. Yes. If I pee in my pants when they inject me, I'll let y'all know. I'm real worried about it.
I feel like
is that a common thing? I guess I didn't know that.
So when you inject it, the rapid, it like people truly think they pee themselves.
Feel like they do.
And they don't. But I'm like, what if I'm on diuretics? I'm like, what if I do? One of our coworkers was like, wear one of those cooter canoe things. And I was like, no.
What section you going to hook it up to?
That's what I was like, no. She was like, oh, then don't complain. But I'll let y'all know because I've always been very interested. I had one tech when I worked in the ER and she was like, no, I did. And I'm like, you did not pee in yourself. She was like, 100% I did. I know I did. I was like, no, you didn't. So I will report back.
Yes.
Also, if I have an anaphylactic reaction,
that's my fear.
I'm trying to make. I told my husband he had to like come and just sit.
Yeah.
But, anyways, before we leave, word of the week.
Word of the week. All right.
What have we talked about?
Oh, I do have to report. Hold on. I used tamale during an epidural, and I was quite proud of myself. I was telling her all the symptoms, and I was like, when you feel like that hot tamale's coming out your hoo-ha, you're going to let them know, and they're going to check you.
Nice work.
So it's like, I can't say, eating tamales. That's too easy. I gotta work it in somehow.
You do. Anyway. That's an accurate description, actually.
Yeah. Because I was thinking about it, and I was like, we've done food a lot, and food's a little easy because you can be like, eat this, don't eat this. You know what I mean? I mean, you just mentioned cooter canoe, so we could not do cooter, but we could do canoe.
Canoe?
Or we could do cooter canoe. I'll be like, that baby's gonna come out of your cooter like a canoe. You want to do canoe?
Yeah.
I don't care.
That one seems good.
That's gonna be more challenging to work in.
Yeah, than food. I agree. We haven't done food. That tells you where my brain's always at.
Always.
Always.
Okay, canoe. Word of the week.
Canoe.
Okay, let's do it.
And go. And don't forget to tell us the stories.
Yes. Well, to prove that we're well-rounded, let's give a bye, bitches. And say we'll see you later.
Peace out.
Bye. All right. Jesus wants y'all to be quiet. Bye, y'all.
Be quiet. Cameras out.
Bye.